teenager from suburbia, and you know that he came up upper middle class, give or take. And I saw this on a video the other day. It was for a commercial, and it was this white kid, and he sounded more black than black people I know. What's going on there? Because if you take a look at their house, you have the mother, and she sounds like this. Leroy, have you done your chores today? And the father sounds like this. It's good to see you all. How's everyone doing? And then you see the kid, and he's like this. I ain't putting up that motherfucking shit now. One time up in this bitch goes, gonna hit that motherfucker. Pang, pang. Part of carpenter's ass. What? Where'd he get that, MTV? It's fake, man. It's not who you are. Don't be the fuck who you're not. Talk how you were raised. And here's another thing. If you're going to talk black and you're white, that's fine. That's fine. But talk black all the time. Don't come around me acting like you can speak in proper English, and then when you get around black people, you go to ghetto talk. That's false. That's false persona right there. Don't like it. Very few things I don't like in life, to be honest with you, and that's one of them. It's a fakeness. Jews just can't be trusted. That's what Guy Shea says. It's a race thing, and if they would stop shift shape changing at the drop of a dime on the floor, well, okay. I didn't know you felt that way about Jews. I've never felt a certain way about Jews. Swear to God. I don't know. I can't figure it out. I hear about Mel Gibson and what he says about the Jews. I look at the Nazi Party. Remember, the Nazi Party wasn't always evil. They may have had evil intent, but they started out as a regular political party. Well, what happened? What? Oh, they don't believe in our deity? Is that what it is? In the Son of God? Maybe that's at the source of it. What's evil about Jews? Somebody tell me what's evil about Jews. I'm going in, Apoc. Oh, God. Barco, we might not get you back, man. Hey, in the event that we never hear from you again, peace out, my nigga. Say hi to Elvis. And he's going in. He's going into Dyslexia show. Let's see. I think most people change dialect slang depending on who they talk to. I think you're right, RD, but I think that I see that a lot, so I know you're right. But there's something I don't like about it, and there's something that makes me think that if I were black, and I use my imagination a lot to try to put myself in other people's shoes, I wouldn't want somebody coming up to me trying to sound like me to me, as if I couldn't understand them if they just spoke the way they normally spoke. So it sounds very patronizing to me. That would bother me if I were black. And I've talked to a few black people. Some say, nah, it doesn't bother me. Others say, yeah, it does kind of get under my skin. And you see black people do it too. Sometimes the way they talk every day changes depending on who they get around. I don't know. APOC, come back. I need another 30 seconds, man. That's wrong. I feel some of us are here to drop sarcastic comments to enlighten the masses or simply fap. Well, I'm not calling Dyslexia show. Are you crazy, Apocalypse? I don't deal well with drunk people. I don't. I have a history with that. I grew up as a kid with alcohol in my family, and I always felt like I was talking to a wall. And now when I'm drinking, which, I haven't had a drink in 4 years, I guess, but if I go to a hockey game, I'll drink whatever. I could talk to drunks all day. I'm on their level. I understand them. All of a sudden, food becomes very important. Have you noticed that with drinking people? Food becomes important, and sex becomes epic. It is the holy grail of human activity, whereas a person that's sober like me, at least in his 40s, sex is, I don't know. You ask me to pick between sex and a movie, I'll probably go for the movie, if it's a good one, if it's one of the top-rated ones. It loses something, man. Going over to Dick's Legs. That was a Freudian slip like a motherfucker, Moxie. I just said going over to Dick's Legs, which really, in a way, I was saying Dick's Licks. And you're Moxie, and you're a girl, so you see what I was doing there? My male brain? Yeah, it was a mistake, but it was real. It was genuine. So, whatever you're going to do over there with Dick's Licks, have fun with them. Enjoy. Drunk people are fun. They'll do things to themselves. They'll set themselves on fire. They'll push people out of moving cars. I could tell you some things I've done while drinking before that would frankly embarrass me, but Restraint is what is the first thing to die as one increases the level of alcohol intake. And that animal is set free. No, but seriously, I do have to go soon. I don't have much left in my voice. I heard you talking about me, Guy. I never said anything bad about you on my shows or really in chats either. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Yet another friendship blossoming here in my chat room. You know, sometimes I feel like Mother Teresa. And other times I feel like motherfucker. Gay Nosex. All right. Shove beer bottles up their ass. It does sound like dick slicks. And if you've been drinking, Guy, I mean, can you imagine how many wrong ways there are to say that? Dick slicks, dax slicks, x-lax, dick slacks, slick slacks, slick dicks. I mean, I couldn't talk to him if I were drunk. But yeah, I'm going to be getting out of here soon, guys, because I can feel my voice going. I am not completely healed yet. If you were to compare the sound of my voice this show with the show I did 3 days ago, you could begin to chart the improvement, but it's not much of an improvement. Not much of an improvement. Kev's still getting better. Guy talked me into a show, and I'm trying to talk myself out of one. I've got a story up here that Barco was so kind as to share with us, and it is titled 36 Things I Know After 36 Years of Marriage. While I have not yet read it, I can predict what all 36 will be. And I think number 1 would be, I want to kill this motherfucker. And then number 36 would be a continuation all the way from number 1 that says, I want to kill this motherfucker. Because, I don't know, familiarity breeds contempt. Get over it. Let me share the story. And maybe you guys would enjoy, any of you that are married or thinking about getting married. If you're thinking about getting married and you're younger, I say don't be fucking stupid. It's going to end in divorce. Don't do it. You got to be able to spend 10 years around somebody without killing them to know if you're ready to marry them. And when you can do that, yeah, then you can go ahead and sign the lifetime bond to say that you never want to get laid by anyone else again, and that if you do, you are subject to penis removal in your sleep. Just ask John Bobbitt. So yeah, there is that. I haven't heard you do a show lately either, Moxie. And you know, I was just thinking of a radio name for you. If you were from Mississippi, they could call you Foxy Moxie from Biloxi. Just an idea. I threw these things out there with no guidance, really, hoping maybe to help people. I don't know. I mean, a guy gave me K-Tap. I couldn't think of K-Tap? No, I couldn't. So, yeah, who am I to give someone advice on a nickname for a radio show or a radio name? Have you been able to not announce your old lady as your current wife? Yeah. APOC, I feel you still listening, baby buns. I think Apocalypse listens to this show sometimes in a way that you might listen to someone taking a shit. You want to leave the bathroom, but you're stuck on the toilet because you yourself have to go. And now you got to hear all the sounds. Oh, it's too much treble and bass, and it's almost like a tribal drum beating in the distance that doesn't play a good tune. And then the smell, the deathly smell of someone taking a burrito shit next to you in a public bathroom. That's murder on peace of mind. It's murder. And Apocalypse usually listens to 2 shows at once. I heard Barco say earlier that he was listening to 3 shows, and I think you people are insane. I don't know how you do that. I can't do that. I don't know how you do that. Having said that, though, K-Tap is getting ready to end his rap. And I'm not going to fap, but I might slap a white cracker in a Braves cap. It rhymed. What do you want? I got nothing against the Braves. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to look quickly over the headlines, make sure I didn't miss anything major that could save your life. Castro hails U.S. Cuba thaw. I'm sure he fucking does. Yeah. Now we can get our cigars and cars, and they can get a little tourism money to spend on making better cigars and cars. They don't make cars, obviously, but they might as well. They rebuild them. Presidential vacation in Hawaii begins with Obama staple golf. How is this news? How is this news? Oh, I forgot. George Bush W. gave up golf after 9/11. And, I think we should just take a moment of silence to honor him, sacrificing one of his favorite sports because people were getting their head shot off due to his decisions. And I think that's fair. I think you should maybe give up golf and also horseback riding. Give up two, because that shows true American commitment to a cause. I'm not going to enjoy these, what I might consider luxury sports anymore, because I just sent people that were a third my age over to get their arms blown off and shit, and maybe it was for a good cause, maybe it wasn't. That's up for debate. But in the end, I should suffer too, shouldn't I? So I'm not going to ride a horse anymore. Yeah, I'm going to punish myself in that one way. Saturday Night Live, Amy Adams and One Direction. What is it with One Direction? My stepdaughter-to-be is absolutely infatuated with them. And what I tell her is One Direction just means they're getting older. They're only getting older. Soon they'll be old. They'll be embarrassed that they were a boy band. And 3 out of 5 of them, I'm just going to guess there's 5. 3 out of 5 will end up in rehab. And the other 2 will probably found religions. So none of them are going to be desirable to you in 10 years. Just prepare for that, honey. And then go ahead and listen to their music. NASA sends wrench to space via email. Okay, that's pretty cool right there. Now, you want some news? All right, here's some shit we can use. I'm sharing this link. And I can already tell you how this plays out. It's going to be a 3D printer. It makes sense. It makes sense. That's the whole purpose of something like this, is when transportation of something does not seem economic. Well, or economically sound, whatever. So I'll share that as well. Yeah, NASA sent a wrench to space via email. And yet, for some reason, when they tried to send Justin Bieber to space, it just didn't work. And he was still sitting there. And everybody said, it was a failed mission. You have those sometimes. All right, folks, I got to get the fuck up out of here. My voice is gone. My brain is gone. And I think you are about gone. And before I lose you, I like to sink the ship before the rats jump off. So I'm taking you with me. We're all going to die together. Go down and see Osama bin Laden down at the bottom of the sea. And, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Thanks, Guy Shea, for prompting me to do a show. I'm not entirely ashamed of what transpired here tonight, yet I'm sure in retrospect I will feel some amount of remorse and guilt over it. I expect I will recover from that in time being the great healer. So that's going to do it, folks. Not going to play any songs on the way out. Not going to play any commercials. Not going to play around with Moxie's name anymore. I'm just going to go. That is that, and here goes the other.